Hello, spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of Pastatime with Scaryish Podcast.
Woo.
I'm Ron Grace, this is Adam Diaz, and
Hello.
that's a sad woo. We're not sad, he's just making a weird woo.
I'm just not wooing loud for like a little while. I'll get back to it, I'm sure, but just for this this moment in time, my woos are just spoken woos. They're like William Shatner singing right now, so...
how does William Shatner sing?
He just talks. He doesn't actually sing.
Okay, cool. Pasta times are times where we read some pastas. Adam, why don't you tell us what a creepypasta is?
A creepypasta is essentially a fictional short story that has been posted on the internet, maybe even perhaps published somewhere, or sent directly to us by a wonderful spooky friend. And if you have a short story that is fictional and you're like, hey, I like this, I think you folks should read it, you can send it our way. You can email pastatime@scaryish.com. We'd be more than happy to read it. Or you can go to our website, scaryish.com, click on Contact Us, make sure you mark it as a pastatime, send it our way and tell us it's okay to share. And then you can hit us up on any of our social medias like Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. That also works. But if you're sending a story, you probably want to shoot it over in an email, unless you're going to send us 50 million direct messages. And that's probably not the best way to do it formatting-wise. So either way, we're going to be reading 4 creepypastas tonight. We read 2 last time, and they were both pretty stinking long. So I told Robin this morning, I'm going to read short ones today. And I think Robin also decided to go short as well.
Okay, when you pasted it, was it short?
They're fairly short. They're definitely nothing like the last few episodes.
Okay.
So I'm pretty excited. I've read one of mine, and the other one was recommended to me by a coworker, and they said, don't read it, don't spoil it, just read it live on the air. So that's what I'm going to be doing.
Cool.
So I'm going to be reading Friends, which is the one I've already read, and then after that I'll be reading Never Again, which is the one I was recommended. Robin, which ones are you going to be reading?
I'm going to actually be pulling from the subreddit No Sleep. So their titles aren't really like titles, they're like the titles of their posts. But one's called A Package Marked Return to Sender, which all right.
It's one of my favorite songs.
And then the other is called I'm a 911 operator, just had the most terrifying call.
Interesting.
So yeah, our No Sleep has some pretty good winners on there.
Right on.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
No, let's have you go first.
All right, I have the mouse
get
anyways.
in the zone.
All right, so the first one that I'm going to read is called Friends, and it's, I'm pretty sure, themed after the television show of the same name. Starts out like this. It's not, I'm just kidding. It starts out like this. I don't remember much about my childhood, like most people. Those memories are always vague, and eventually you realize whatever you remember, in quotes, is probably just a reconstructed memory. You don't have much choice in the matter, and are usually convinced that your memory would never fail you. The first memory I have was when I was 5. I'm not sure if it's real or not, but that's when I think I met Michael. I never had any friends, so I was glad when I met him. He called me Jack, and I liked it. As uncertain I am if I remember our first encounter, there is no doubting the strong bond we immediately formed. I won't bore you with the details of what we did every day for the past few years, but I will outline some of the things we did together to assure even the most skeptical among the readers of our friendship. Michael, being a slightly effeminate child, didn't have many friends at school either. He was bullied, and the highlight of his day was coming home and sharing a cup of tea with me, all the while telling me of his woes and lessening his burden.
That's cute.
The tea, unlike my words of consolation, was make-believe.
Aww.
Another one of his favorite activities was cutting my hair. He would style it in all sorts of ways, and I enjoyed each of them. Fortunately for him, my hair grew inexplicably fast, and he often got a chance to restyle it. There was often... Excuse me, marking it, fudged up. There was one thing that constantly strained our relationship, though. Don't get me wrong. Michael and I had absolutely no hard feelings towards each other. It was his parents. I don't think they approved of me, and I couldn't tell you why if I even tried. It wasn't just disapproval. I began to think that they hated me. The longer our friendship lasted, the worse it got. It pains me to even think about it, so I won't dwell on this for long. As quickly as our relationship had initially flourished, it began to diminish after 2 years. Michael grew to become a stocky football player, and I remained exactly the same as before, scrawny and completely incapable of competing athletically. He made new friends and started to ignore me. This hurt me a lot, especially since I was there for him in his time of need. His abandoning me was the last thing I expected, and it hit me hard. I felt like I had no one left in the world. As I sit in the corner of the room and write this, I can see Michael and his friends watching TV. Sometimes it seems like he notices me and looks my way, but I know better. I have now resigned to my fate. He created me, but forgot to destroy me.
It's an imaginary friend.
Correct.
That's so sad.
Yeah, I read that one. I was like, oh, shit. I love that ending. So I hope you also enjoyed that one. I really, really like the short ones. I don't think they always have to have a twist, but sometimes they just hit harder if they do. And you can kind of pick up on the things that they do together. Like he cut his hair. They had tea parties, like stuff that you would do with an imaginary friend. So,
well, I mean, you would do that with your regular friends, too. That's what makes it so sad.
It was really good, though. I enjoyed it. The credit goes to Vish P. V-I-S-H-P. The letter P. Vishp. They're two separate things.
There's
but that's
two
fine.
separate things, yeah.
Either way, I enjoyed it. Hope you did, too. And, yeah, that's the end of the first one. Let's go ahead and mark it. Look over in the stream chat. See what you wonderful folks have to say this beautiful evening. Also, before we start reading the stream chat, I will go ahead and go through the notifications. So quick shout out to Arson Coffee, who followed us 3 days ago, Lemonade Berry, who followed us 3 days ago. Shout out to Lizbatree, Ginseng Joe, Sherry Sue, Captain Fake Eye, and Nefcor for all redeeming a drink. There's only 6 per show, and you guys have already redeemed 5. We still love you, though.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Shout out to I Am Beef Train, who resubscribed with Prime Gaming for the 14th month. Said, loving you guys. Thank you so much.
I haven't tasted this yet. Can you taste it for me?
Sure. And shout out to Geeky Gorgeous 97, who followed us just a minute ago. And one more shout out to I Am Beef Trainer for redeeming the final drink, meaning we have to do 6 drinks before the next show.
Thank you so much,
everyone. The next story. And Robin, what are you drinking tonight? I'll hold it up. Like
I made it like a lemon drop. So I had, my friend makes limoncello every year, so I put in that homemade limoncello and some vodka, probably a lot of vodka. Is there a lot of vodka?
It's pretty strong.
Okay, and then I put like lemon drop mix in there too.
Holy
is it super lemony or super vodka?
It's super lemony, actually. It's
okay.
Not even that super vodka. All right, so that's what you're going to be taking 6 drinks of. I took 1 drink of it. I'm counting that as 1.
I also have watermelon, so it's like,
because it's so boozy.
Yeah.
I'm going to be drinking my standard Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy.
What a basic bitch.
I know. I was going to make a rum and coke, actually. And then I was just like, I don't have the time. So first person in the chat was I Am Beef Trainer over there at like 6:23 before we even started up. Says, ended up, as I thought last week, passed out. But I've gotten some sleep and had a day off.
Yay,
so I'm good tonight.
Off.
Ready for the stream.
Everyone deserves some time off.
Heck yeah, you do.
Vivian says, can't stay, having family time, but just thought I'd pop in. Might come in later.
Right on.
Thank you for hopping on in.
Shout out to Ginseng Joe, Chunkster91, Vivian,
Sherry
Sue. Folks joining us, Lizbatree. I already called out your name because you made us drink. Shout out to Glitch, who's here. Kayla Ray Reeds is also here. Tiny
Ginseng
Dancing
Justice, time to get smashed. I'll take 1 right now.
Yeah. Gosh, you guys always redeeming all of them. Shout out to Captain Fake Guy, who is also here as well. Scrolling. You okay?
It's good.
Glitch says hashtag hasta la pasta.
That's really good.
I'm What's Dinner is also here. Says, anyone else keep randomly getting disconnected from chat? I don't know. Not me, but I'm not in chat. Facebook user says, neat. I can go over to Facebook and see. That would have been
Francisco. Thank you so much. Chloe over on Facebook says, 100% watching this on my last hour of my 16-hour shift. No regrets. So excited. 16 hours.
That's a long fucking shift.
That's a long shift.
That's a double right there.
Also, seeing my face like right here, I'm like, oh, no makeup. Jesus. Yeah, no makeup. That's how I look every week.
You look gorgeous. So don't worry about it. I would also tilt your camera down so you could have more of your face in the frame. But that's just me. I think you're beautiful. I will keep scrolling here. Everyone's talking about, or not really everyone, but you guys were also talking about the intro fighters. Because it's always fun. The folks who are over in Twitch, if you say anything, you wind up getting your name represented by just like some random guy jumping around with a weapon. Sometimes just their fists. And then they fight. There's nothing you can do to control them or anything like that. But if you use a hashtag, it'll make you part of a team. And then it'll count up all the kills your team gets. So that is what that is. Like IMB trying to put hashtag team wide
awake. It says, dang it. That was supposed to be wide awake.
That's funny.
Chunkster says, team hangry.
Hangry. Scrolling.
Must be hungry.
Nefcor is also here. We know that because Nefcor is making us drink. Speaking of which, I'm going to hand off the mouse to Robin and take some drinks.
All right. Captain Fake Guy says, loving the sweater, Robin. Thank you. My friend Charlie got it for me. It is not hand knit. At least not that I know of.
It was knit by
It was knit by someone. It was knit by someone.
With their feet.
But I think she got it off of, what's that one like gothy pinup website? I always want to ModCloth. Yeah, she got it from ModCloth. So that's where this sweater is from.
Christine over there on YouTube says, "Hi, you spooky peeps."
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Mad World Bot says, "Adam, Robin, time to DM you guys 50 messages."
All right.
You can do one really long one too.
Glitch says, Glitch Gemini Pride Month. Lol. Yeah.
Oh no, y'all! I was not selected in the new egg shuffle today.
Wow.
What a tragedy.
Chunkster says Netflix is dropping good content next month. Atypical season 4,
Nice.
July 9th. That's in a few weeks. Let's see. Kingdom movie. Chunkster says Kingdom movie is also coming out. We need to finish Kingdom. We're still on season 2. We just got past like them to. Well, I can't tell you.
We just got past the twist.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the season.
And let's see. Sherry Sue says I'm in a mad dash to catch up with my TV shows. Can't wait to stream new shows. We just started watching Cowboy Bebop again.
I am this close. You can see the bookmark at the bottom right there, or at the top. Excuse me. That close to finishing my book and moving on to my next one, and I'm really excited because the next one fucking rocks.
Captain Fake Eye says I'm still caught up on the sweater because I would totally wear it. I love this sweater. I think I wear it a little too much. Even now in this weather, it was 16 degrees or something, cooler than yesterday. So I was like, I can wear a sweater.
It's like 88 degrees and overcast today. It was actually a really nice day in Vegas.
Let's see. Ginseng shows us. So this is where the phrase "spill the tea" came from. That's hilarious. Sherry Sue says, finished Charmed, Nancy Drew, and currently catching up on Walker.
Nice.
I need to catch up on Walker. I think I'm on episode 6, and there's like 9 episodes. So I gotta catch up. Glitch says, what is this bot? Are you Skynet? Who is your daddy, and what does he do? I love Kindergarten Cop so much.
It's a very good movie.
Like, no lie, that movie's so good. Kayla Ray Reed says, what's everyone drinking tonight? I'm house sitting and raided their beer fridge, found a grapefruit ranch water, and I'm obsessed. Don't even know what that is.
It sounds like a seltzer. I would guess it's a seltzer if it's grapefruit.
Ooh, Glitch drinking
flavored.
sake. Elizabeth Tree's drinking vodka and Fresca. What's Fresca?
I think it's just like some sort of fancy tonic water.
Captain Fake Eye says, I'm in bed and not drinking. I had half a beer earlier.
Nice. Half a beer. Killing it.
Ginseng Joe says, nice Coca-Cola cup. Oh, thanks. It's $1 from the dollar store.
Sherry Sue says, I don't know how to mix drinks. I'll be 45 on July 13th. Don't worry. It's not a requirement. Sometimes you just test it out and see if it's good or not. Most of the time it's not.
That's literally what I do. Like, I just mix whatever sounds like they'll mix, you know? And we have 1,000,001 different flavored vodkas and stuff like that. And I just kind of mix them.
And what's your says, just an FYI, Adam, Leinenkugels, or however you spell it, makes a beer pizza. It is good.
Sounds like you'd put beer in the dough.
Sounds interesting. I would definitely try it.
Everyone's saying I'm pretty. Thank you.
Elizabeth Tree said, you look beautiful, Robin. So did Nefcore. Sherry Sue said, it's natural beauty. I rock it all the time. I like that. Complimentary and confident. Good
Mad World Bot says, I want it to be represented by Elon Musk's alpha version of his Cybertruck.
Just make sure no one slaps your roof or else you might shatter to pieces.
Yeah. I'm B-Turn says, miss the talk about drinks. I'm drinking raspberry lemonade while snacking on cottage cheese. Yo, cottage cheese is good.
You missed what Ginseng Joe said.
Oh, sorry. Aw, Adam, you're beautiful.
Aw, thank you.
I like to point it out instead of reading it yourself.
And I like that you skipped it.
Captain Fake Eye says, well, I'm checking out ModCloth. Yeah, the stuff is a little pricey, but if you can get it on sale, it's pretty sweet shit. Leftcore says, I love Cowboy Bebop. Us too. Mad World Bot says, I'll hit you guys up later as Mado-san. So that's Gabby.
Gotcha.
Hello, Gabby. It's been so long. Sorry. I'm like, let me call you out with your real name. BT. Oh, fucking jeez. I don't even know what I'm saying. My brain. Elizabeth Tree says, Cowboy Bebop is awesome.
Agreed.
Wait, did someone already say that? Oh, no. That's a different one.
Sherry Sue says, you are beautiful, Robin. The last time I listened to Adam made me laugh so hard regarding everyone in the bathroom. I couldn't breathe and laugh so hard. Sorry. I'm not trying to take anyone's breath away and make them die.
A lot of people saying they gotta watch Cowboy Bebop. Y'all gotta watch it. It's pretty good.
Glitchy's been watching Ragnarok. It was a fun show.
It was a fun show.
But it's fun.
It's very weird. If you guys like mythology and stuff, it's so strange.
And dubbed stuff, because I'm pretty sure it is from, Norway or Iceland? I forget where. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I thought it was from Japan.
What? Ragnarok?
Oh, Ragnarok, the Thor one.
The one that's just called Ragnarok, yes.
Okay.
Not the anime you started watching.
Yeah, there was an anime I started watching. What was it called?
It's like, it's more words than just Ragnarok.
Yeah, I thought that one's called Ragnarok too. I was talking about the anime. There's an anime called Ragnarok.
And it's like Ragnarok, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, something like that.
Chunkster says, the Sailor Moon Crystal Season 1 to 3 is also coming to Netflix.
Oh, shit. I haven't watched any of the Sailor Moon Crystal yet. I'm just on the OG Sailor Moon.
Sherry Sue is...
Or the live action. I've seen the live action, too.
Sherry Sue is reading a book about Martha and George Washington. That sounds super interesting. I love histories. And biographies. Grapefruit fizzy
Lots
soda.
Of people just drinking water. Matt World says, this Dasani sip is an unsponsored drink of water.
Scroll up just a bit. Captain Vega says, listen, half a beer is a lot when you're old. And Glitch said, you're not old. Laura Ann said, you're not old. I Am Beacher said, you're not old. I'm saying you're not old.
She's younger than me.
You're not old.
Yeah.
Because that means I'm old. If you're old, that would make me like super old.
Oh my God. The girls last night we were talking to our friends over at the JJ Obsession, and they said Adam can bring his AAA card because he brought up AARP and stuff like that.
AAA and AARP are very different things.
Yeah, you can get us like some cheap stuff with your AARP card, babe.
Mad World Bot says this Dasani sip is an unsponsored drink of water. God damn it. I hate you so much.
Captain Picker says we have an older gang here compared to the youngins. That's very true.
Yep.
Wow, drinking smart water. So bouge. I say that, but there's like 3 bottles of like giant bottles of smart water over there.
They're like backup water bottles.
They're backup water bottles because when quarantine happened, everyone was buying all the bottled water possible. And it was like impossible to get bottled water. And the only thing that was available was ridiculously expensive smart water. So that's what we have for the last resort water.
Kiki Gorgeous says, Adam, you are breathtaking. Aw, thank you. Also, shout out to Emanon who resubscribed for the 17th month. We sincerely appreciate that.
Mad World says, Adam, if you're old, then I'm ancient. No, he's older than us.
I'm 36, y'all.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to read my first story.
Okie dokie. I will mark it. You do your thing. You do that thing you do.
I love that movie.
That movie's so good. Robin had never seen it when I met her, and I was like, let's watch it. And she enjoyed it so much. We had so much to talk about. I was like, let's turn this into a podcast. And we still haven't. But we're like that close. But we've been that close for a very long time. All right. I'll stop talking so that Robin can talk. And take it away.
All right. So I'm going to read my first story of the episode. It's from the subreddit No Sleep. And it's by a person whose username is Manen Lisette.
Got it.
I probably said that wrong, but that's how it looks like spelled.
We tried. That's the point.
I was about to read from my phone, but it's on the screen. Okay. Story goes. My neighbor is one of those annoying wannabe YouTube personalities.
Oh, God. Is this story about us?
It's about us. Over the years, I've seen him cough out cinnamon, lay flat on the hood of his car as it slowly creeps down the driveway, and douse himself in lukewarm water, all the while screaming epic win, epic fail, or fuck, epic maintenance of the status quo. For all I know. For all I know.
You're so quiet right now.
Fuck you. It can get tiring to watch him go about his shenanigans in the pursuit.
Some wicked tongue noises right there.
In the pursuit of viral fame. So when he knocked on my door the other day, told me he was going away for a few weeks, and asked that I get his mail, honestly, it was a relief. I can't explain the peace of mind I had knowing I didn't have to brace myself for any of his stupidity for a while. I was always afraid his stunts would wind up bleeding over into my life. Things were pretty normal for the first couple of days. He received a few bills, a bit of spam, love spam, and what I could only assume was a birthday card. Then, one evening, I got home to find a cardboard box waiting on his front porch. In big red letters was written, "Return to sender."
Address unknown.
I love the Elvis song too.
No such person, no such zone.
I'm no small fry, but I admit I had trouble lifting the box on my own. It was really freaking heavy. Lugging it across the road to my house was even harder, and I quickly realized there's no way I was going to drag it up the stairs and through my front door. I decided that I'd leave his package in my garage. It wasn't like I kept my car in there. The garage door was a piece of shit that refused to open without a good thug and a whack. It was less trouble just leaving the car in the driveway than it was to fight with the garage door every morning and every night. In hindsight, I should have set the package down while I struggled to open the tricky door, but you know how it is when you've got a good grip on something. No point in setting it down if you don't have to.
It's like when you're like bringing in all the groceries and you know you should probably just make 2, maybe even 3 trips, but you're like, nah, I want some permanent nerve damage in my arms. And you just put every bag on your fucking arms and just drag it inside and then realize you can't lift your arms.
It was as I kicked the door for a third time that I lost my grip on the package and it fell to the ground.
Oh no.
I heard a light crack inside. Shit, I cursed. I hoped I hadn't broken anything important, but figured I just wouldn't tell my neighbor about it and let him assume the break happened en route.
It's exactly what I thought too. Blame the carrier.
Hands-free, I finally managed to get the garage door unstuck, and boy, did it screech in protest as it rolled up and over me. I dragged the box the rest of the way, setting it in the corner for whenever my neighbor would come back to claim it. And then I forgot all about it. Until a few days passed, that is. I'm not sure exactly how long it took for the smell to waft in from the crack under the garage to house door.
Oh no.
But it came in slow progression. It was a sickly sweet odor similar to a skunk, and for the first few days after I smelled it, I genuinely assumed that's exactly what it was. Roadkill that had left its mark on my house.
Who would send a skunk?
Sorry.
He's not assuming that's what's in the package. He's assuming
that's what it smells like.
House. Got it. Okay, sorry.
It just smells like roadkill is what he just said. It was only when I realized the scent was growing more intense instead of fading that I went looking for a source. That's when I opened the garage door, and that's when the odor knocked me back, holding my nose. The culprit wasn't hard to identify. The only change in my garage was the box in the corner. I remember thinking it must have been one of those meat of the month subscription boxes. The meat must have gone rancid from being left out of the fridge for so long. How much meat could have been in there for the box to have been so large and heavy? An entire freaking cow? I covered my nose as I approached the box, a pair of scissors in my hand. I probably wouldn't have needed them to open it as it had become soggy enough at the bottom to poke through with a finger.
That's super gross.
But I wasn't about to poke my finger into spoiled meat juices. The soggy bottom was the reason I had to open the box in the first place. If I tried to drag it out whole, everything would have spilled onto the floor.
If I've learned anything from Paul Hollywood and Mary Berry and Prue, you never want a soggy bottom. That's always going to be a bad time. I like you have no banter. You're just like, shut the fuck up.
I was going to have to dump the pieces of meat one garbage bag at a time and take them down to the dumpster, a process I wasn't looking forward to. My scissors tore through the tape along the top of the cardboard box. I thought the smell couldn't get any worse, but as I flipped the flaps open, I discovered a whole new gamut of stink. It was like opening a burning oven, but instead of a heat wave, I was met with waves of piss, sweat, shit, and putrefaction. It was so bad that I staggered back and had to force down the puke, begging to guzzle out of me. That's such a weird sentence.
Doesn't guzzle mean you're swallowing?
Yeah.
I'd like to point out, again, in case anyone forgot, these are Pastatime. So these are short stories that are fictional. I think, like, reading this sometimes, I start to think, like, man, this couldn't have happened to someone. Yeah. No, it couldn't have.
I don't think I could have handled that scent mingling with the horrors coming out of that box. I'm not ashamed to admit that I ran out the door for a breath of fresh air, but in the short time I'd spent in the garage, the smell had become so ingrained in the fabric of my clothes that it clung to me like a shadow. Nothing I tried to keep... Fuck.
That sounded like Panic at the Disco. Fuck.
Victorious. That song's good. Okay. Not the one I just sang, but the actual
You're
song.
You're my double bubble disco queen.
Oh, thanks.
I would add you to a guillotine.
What the fuck? I was going to say the double bubbles are my ass cheeks. Okay. Nothing I tried... Shit. Stop laughing.
Don't make funny jokes.
Nothing I tried could keep the smell out of my nostrils. Not air fresheners, not a face mask, not 3 showers and a change of clothes. Every second that box lay open in my garage was another second the smell was allowed a foothold into my home. I had to bite the bullet. I returned to the garage, the flaps of the box still open as though inviting me to look. I was prepared, a clothespin pinning my nostril shut. You can actually breathe through your mouth, like close your nose, right? Like block your nose from smelling. Have you ever done that? Where you like stop smelling through your nose and you just breathe through your mouth and you can't smell anything?
But then you taste it.
That's true.
I know that taste is very much involved with the sense of smell, and in most cases you actually don't taste it.
You don't taste it until...
It is psychological.
After. No.
But I swear to God, as soon as I try and block my nose, I'm like, yeah, it tastes rancid.
I try to do that when emptying out the litter box sometimes, and I...
well, you can actually taste it because like...
Well, you're breathing it, right?
Yeah.
And you don't realize you're breathing in the grit from the
How do you not
the
realize
kitty
that?
litter.
That's so obvious.
Because I don't close my mouth, I'm breathing through my mouth. So I don't close my mouth, but I'm trying to empty out the kitty litter as fast as possible, but you're breathing in that grit from the dumping. Okay, you know what? Anyway, you close your mouth and then you feel the litter in your mouth. It's disgusting.
I agree. I take my time though when I empty kitty litter. I just snort it and then just spit it in the garbage can.
Fucking
it's really gross. I don't know why that just came out.
Anyway.
Just trying to get a reaction out of Robin, I suppose.
I was prepared, a clothespin pinning my nostril shut, a garbage bag in one hand, the strongest cleaner I could find in the other, and long rubber gloves to keep my skin from having to touch what was inside. But as it turns out, I needed none of those things. I wouldn't have to touch or clean the contents of that box. I would only have to suffer the nightmares every night. You see, there was meat in that box, but it didn't come from a cow or a pig. It was worse than that. It was my neighbor. Dead, still in one piece, but dead.
How is he fitting in this box?
I called the cops and naturally they took me in for interrogation. It's kind of hard not to suspect the man with the corpse in his garage after all. Thankfully, they soon realized I wasn't involved. My DNA might have been all over that box. The smell might have left a mark throughout my house, but there was one piece of irrefutable evidence in my neighbor's own hands that proved my innocence. A vlogging camera. They showed me the footage only once. I'm not sure if they were allowed to or if they felt so bad for me they figured it couldn't hurt. Either way, I saw it.
When he dropped the box, right?
I think when he dropped the box, he killed his fucking neighbor. My neighbor was sitting in the box outside of a shipping facility, laughing as he told the world how he was going to mail himself across state lines. Nah, he was dead already in that box, gotta be. He'd brought pee bottles, food, a pillow, and a few flashlights. His friend, a guide seen at his place several times to help with his stunts, closed the lid and presumably dropped him off for shipment. Throughout the next couple of hours or days, I'm honestly not sure, my neighbor recorded a few short clips about his progress. I think I'm in a truck now. I can feel it moving. Must be in a warehouse, pretty warm here, still got plenty of food. That kind of stuff. And then, on the last entry, the box toppled over. He broke his neck, and that was it. The camera recorded until either the memory card got full or the battery died. There's one thing I didn't tell the police after they showed me the video. One thing I heard in the footage that will haunt me till the day I die. Just after the tumble that broke his neck, I heard the familiar screeching sound of my garage door.
He killed his neighbor.
He totally killed his neighbor.
I would also like to think the neighbor killed himself on accident from being dumb.
Realistically, UPS, USPS, whoever would have already opened that box because they scan that shit, I'm pretty sure they x-ray your boxes to make sure you don't have bombs.
I'm sure at some point, for sure, they have to run something through an x-ray. Yeah. I just don't know at what point that would be. But they marked it return to sender and they sent it back to his house, So I'm wondering if they determined that this thing wasn't shippable and they sent it back without realizing it was a person. I'm creating a head fic right now to make up for some holes in this story.
I'm just saying, any actual real life mailing service would have opened the box.
I don't know. There's only one way to figure this out, right?
You want to ship yourself?
Fuck no, that's the stupidest idea ever. Just saying, and no one else should either.
Yeah, that's dumb. Stupid.
I did like how the story unfolded little by little. It started out with the disdain for the neighbor and showing you just how stupid they could be. At no point did I ever think they were in the box. until like you realized that they were in the box. Then I was like, oh, he killed them. Gotcha.
The entire time I thought there was a fan that was in the box that had ended like put themselves on that person's porch, this YouTuber's porch, to kind of get inside their house. That's what I thought. And then, you know, he died because he dropped the box and you heard that crack sound.
Right now, when you said there was a fan in the box, I was like, who the fuck would ship a fan?
No, like a fanatic.
Yeah, I thought you meant like a floor fan. Either way, very thought-provoking.
Yeah.
This one was very deep.
Yeah, it's cool.
Cut me to the bone, so I actually really did enjoy it. I'm not making
Yeah, I actually did enjoy that one too.
Good
as
stuff.
Unrealistic as it is.
Good second story of the show, Robin.
Thanks.
All right. Let's look over in stream chat, see what you wonderful folks had to say.
I have to take more drinks.
I took my 6 during her story. I would like to point that out. But I'm happy that Robin read one before she drinks 6 drinks of her limoncello vodka. Because Lord knows we've heard her get kind of drunk at the beginning of these episodes, and it's definitely sloppy. All right. I'm trying to remember where
Elizabeth Tree says, I don't like Dasani. It's too sweet. What? It's water.
I know a lot of people can taste the difference in water. So
water... Well, okay, I lied. I can taste the difference in water once it starts tasting like either moldy grossness because it's just been sitting there too long.
Right.
Or when it starts tasting metallic-y.
Yeah, I agree.
Or like a copper, you know, like a penny.
Sometimes it tastes like iron.
Yeah.
All right, I'm interested to Captain Fake Eye. I get how that can make you feel old. I've done work weeks like that. But you're also in a hospital, which is very exhausting and harder to get you time while working in a hospital. Sherry Sue says, I couldn't find standard water. That's why I'm hooked on vitamin water. Laura Ann says, now I feel old. I was talking about my 25th birthday the other day, and I realized that was 8 years ago.
Thank you so much, Emanon, for resubscribing for 1 month at tier 1.
Already said that.
And for the 5 gifted tier subs.
Indeed. Mad World Bot, Lunabin, the Robin Grace, Bob the Builder, and Kinda Thorny all got subs.
Thank you so much. That is so nuts. 5 gifted subs. You rock.
It's very nice of you.
Also, Captain Fake, I redeemed high 5.
Ow. All right. Emanon says, I'm so sorry that I've missed so much lately. Work is really killing me. I'm in and out of New York City all the time. I'm going from Tyrone, Pennsylvania to Ashland, Ohio.
Oh, wow.
To Columbus, Ohio to Pittsburgh. It's going to be like a 14 to 15 hour day.
That is nuts. Hopefully,
that's a long day.
Hopefully it's not too bad since you're doing what you love. Right? Because you're picking up motorcycles?
Pretty
right?
sure. Glitchgrim has redeemed a high 5. Better.
Mad World says Robin is half Geico. I mean, half Gecko. Same thing. Let's see.
Mad World says, wow, what the fuck, Adam? You look so young. How do you do it? It's just the camera. I have so many grays.
Do you have a filter on?
I fucking
I'm Beef
wish.
Trainer.
I also have
a high 5.
I also have makeup on, so.
Yes, he also has makeup on. I don't have makeup on, but Adam has makeup on.
Without makeup, I have very red, rosy cheeks. So
you'd be like Santa Claus.
Honestly, I had a meeting with my boss today. I was having a one-on-one, and in the another high 5 in the camera, in my camera, my cheeks were so fucking red because I actually wasn't feeling that well. He was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm fine. Like this is just the way my face looks sometimes." Glitch redeemed another high 5.
Oh, I don't know how many more drinks I have, but I'm finishing my cup.
Ginseng Joe redeemed another high 5.
I had to jerk your hand a little bit too.
Ginseng Joseph's tap water is too sour though. Lisbeth Tree redeemed a high 5.
Depends on the tap water because tap water out here tastes gross. Tap water in other places in the country aren't that bad.
Northwest Indiana has some places that have well water, which is disgusting. But if you're close enough to the lake, you can sometimes get lake water, which is actually pretty good. Miranda over there on Facebook says, Scaryish, hi beautiful people. What up,
hello.
Miranda? Thank you for joining us. I haven't seen Miranda in a dog's age.
Anthony said, it's Adam, is what Miranda said.
What up, Anthony? Thank you for joining us as well. I know Miranda and Anthony from one of my previous employers. I miss you guys. I hope you guys are well. Scrolling.
People keep talking about Dasani. I don't know. Water is water.
Sometimes,
but I say that. But if you gave me crappy water, I'd be like, no thanks.
Sometimes water. I think in particular, the water that does it is Evian has traces of sodium in it, which is salt, which makes you thirstier. And there's a limit to how much you can put into water, and some of them go right up to the limit. So something to keep in mind.
Let's see.
Glitch
said, it's his body in the package.
She nailed it.
Nailed it.
Glitch Grim said, I like room temp water. I will accept room temp water. I like cold water.
I like room temp water, but I also enjoy cold water. But room temp water is good because my teeth are sensitive.
She has a very sensitive teeth.
Yeah.
Mad World thanked Emanon for the gift of sub, along with Kind of Thorny as well. I'm Once a Dinner has redeemed another high five.
Captain Fake Eye says, ew, this story.
Right. Emanon to the IMB train. That'd be so awesome if things worked out. One of these times we could meet up in Ohio all the time.
Captain Fake Eye says, soggy bottom. No soggy bottoms. Miranda says, soggy bottom boys, Anthony says.
That's hilarious.
And now he's singing.
I'm pretty sure it was that Double Bubble Disco Queen thing. It was the Panic at the Disco. I'm pretty sure that got him singing.
Oh, not the song about fat bottom girls. They make the rock.
It might have been, actually. Soggy Bottom Boys to the Fat Bottom Girls. Emanon said, I have to try to get back into Discord so I can let you know I got a new phone and don't remember my login. You know, that old chestnut. They should have a nice recovery for your password. And if not, just make another one.
I'm featuring the soggy bottoms makes me think of soaked through diapers or a kid that just had mushy diarrhea. Ooh.
Gross. Dinosaur said kinky, LOL. I don't think in direct response to IMB Trainer either, which is hilarious.
Captain Big Eye says, ew, then all the particles are going in your mouth. That's true. Absolutely. Liz Beatrice says, get one of those automatic litter box cleaners. I had one when I was like 20 something. We had 2 cats, but the automatic litter box cleaner broke so fast and we had spent hundreds of dollars on it and it was just not worth it. So we just clean them ourselves.
Either that's a bad litter box cleaner or your cats take some mean shits.
They were some big boys. Well, one of them was a big boy. The other one was a skinny little kitty cat.
Emanon says they've been averaging 20 hours of OT, but the paychecks are amazing. You should see my truck, LOL. Mad World said Adam 1, Robin 0. I'm pretty sure that was because of my snorting order. Because I was trying to get in a reaction. Mad World says, I call it a win for Adam's attempt. I appreciate that. Killer Cupcake says, I'm late, but I'm here. Moving is a bitch. I hate moving.
I hate moving too. Next time we move, we're getting a moving company because
I did it with my dad last time.
I've moved so many times in my lifetime. I'm so done. I'm so done with moving my own shit.
I've moved
Captain
a lot.
Fake Guy says, what's in the box?
My friends have moved a lot and I've helped them move. I'm just so sick of it.
Ginseng Joe says, I thought it was a fan too. Not like a person, but a fan. Like
Glitch says, team fan. Captain Fake Guy says, team no fan. That's so funny.
Glitch says, get out.
I'm Once a Dinner says window fans better than or greater than floor fans.
Window fans are those big square ones.
Ceiling fans are the best fans though.
Let's see. Dinosaur says Dasani is for when you're desperate and get it at McDonald's.
Wow.
Let's see. Chunkster says this story reminds me of a movie.
Forgot.
Oh, I forgot the name, but a cop is chasing this criminal. But at some point, the cop gets a package and a message open the box. Spoiler alert. Yeah, that is Seven. It is a movie about this killer who
7 Deadly Sins.
Yeah, kills for the 7 deadly sins, and
it's Gwyneth Paltrow.
It's Gwyneth Paltrow's head in the box,
and the cop is Brad Pitt. And the other cop is Morgan Freeman.
Yep.
And the killer is Kevin Spacey.
Doesn't Brad Pitt kill someone at some point?
He kills Kevin Spacey in the end. Spoilers, it's like a 30-year-old movie, though.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Hashtag just saying. He does horrific murders in the, theme
stylings
of all these different sins, and then the last sin is envy, which is what he has, and that's what he kills Brad Pitt's wife for. It's just so that he can get Brad Pitt to become Rage.
Yeah, like for gluttony, he forces...
I wasn't going to go too deep into this.
For gluttony, he forces someone to eat until they die. It's crazy. It's a good movie, though. 10 out of 10. Would recommend.
Captain Vegas says, I was born for 75 Fahrenheit all year round with little humidity. It's hilarious.
Aw, they're saying it's really cold there, though. That's crazy.
Oh, no. Probably because that storm just moved through. Glitch says, I'm never cold. I'm in Texas. I was born in the heat, molded by it. LOL. Chloe over there in YouTube says, finish them. It's about to get litty titty for Robin.
Wow.
Tessa over there says, what is up? I'm watching this while doing my physics work. Ew. Oh, man. I'm so glad I don't have homework
Are there more
anymore.
high fives?
Probably. I haven't looked at it in
oh my God.
in a minute.
So, did we do Ginseng Joe's?
There's a lot. Okay. I think we did Ginseng Joe. I remember doing one for Lisbeth Tree. Let's just do 3.
Okay.
It's a fucking high five. Why do you have to hit me in the face with your arm every time you do a fucking high five?
Hold on. My hands hurt.
You are the worst. This is why I don't move. If I move, she'll somehow be struck, so I just sit perfectly still. Nev, of course, says Adam and Robin both look great in real life. That's very nice of you.
Thank you.
You don't have to lie to everyone, though.
Yeah, you don't have to lie.
Lots of high fives.
Especially that weekend, we were so tired and just like our bodies were tired. Glitch says, lake water here is awful. I live right on the lake. Don't drink the water. Fish fucking it. Yeah, it's pretty true.
That's funny. George just says Arrowhead water is gross. I agree. I don't like Arrowhead water.
Glitch says it was 104 today. 104 is nice.
We got our cloudy day, 89 degrees. It had been like 118 for like 2 straight weeks. Yeah. It was so nice.
So 104, nice. Last night it was 8:39 o'clock. It was still 100 degrees.
Yep.
It sucked.
Oh man.
Mad World says, get Michael Reeves to revamp that litter box. Who's Michael Reeves?
I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
Messiah over there in YouTube says, hi, what up? Thank you for joining us. Which says, I am so white I glow in the dark, so the sun is not my friend.
Almost Nurse says, she made me peel the skin. Wait, peel what skin?
You might have gone past.
Oh, I'm rarely burned. The one time I burned really horribly, it was a combination issue of too much chlorine mixed with spray and sunscreen, causing a chemical burn in the sun. That sucks.
Never heard of that. Sounds awful. All right, so we're pretty much caught up right there. I'm going to go ahead.
We're going to take a 60-second commercial break, and some of you folks will get it. Some of you folks won't.
If you're on Twitch, you'll probably get it. Unless you're a sub, I think you don't get it. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, you won't get it. But if you're going to get it, you're going to get it right now.
Welcome to this moment of 1 minute of awkward silence.
It's so impossible to run a fucking ad.
Fuck you.
I look for the dip. I look for the silence so that I can go ahead and put the ad on YouTube later.
Oh.
Thanks to that.
You're welcome.
Oh, man. I got to say, I am fucking tired today. I shouldn't be tired. I slept pretty well. I went to bed at like 12:30 last night. I woke up at like 9:30. I had good sleep. For the most part, Robin wakes me up all the time. But I did well. I should not be as tired as I am right now. I'm trying to wean myself off of naps. I'm really into naps
nice
again.
About your face is you have really dark features, like your eyebrows and stuff, so you can see your eyes. I have a pale face. I have pale lips. I don't have like anything to denote any change in my skin, right? Because even my eyebrows are so thin and like.
I love your eyebrows.
I just feel like I have little tiny beady eyes in the middle because I'm pale.
I'm happy I still have black facial hair and hasn't started to go gray yet. It makes my teeth look whiter. It's much cheaper than whitening my teeth.
Because your teeth aren't white.
They're pretty white, asshole. So, God, you're such a dickhead, man. I always build you up and you're just always shitting all over me. All right. It should have been 60 seconds. You guys didn't miss much. Just Robin being Robin. She's awful. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and move into my second story.
Neff Core says, thank you both for the tips for Omega Mart. It was fun. We hope you had
I really liked Omega Mart.
I really like it. I want to go again. It's so cool to go to. And, I mean, you have to touch a bunch of stuff, but they have hand sanitizer in there. Let's see. Nasaya Lowe says, OMG, I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'm a student says, I'm a sub, and I get ads almost every time. That is so strange.
That is really strange. I don't know why that happens.
I don't know how it works. I don't know.
Because I'm a sub on other channels, and whenever they run ads, I never get them. So I'm not sure why it's doing it for ours. We can try and F around with some of the settings and see if we can get that fixed. But
Chunkster says, it's been so nice after Monday here in Virginia. Been mid-70s all day. I'm so fracking jealous. I want 70s. If I could have 70s temperatures, that'd be great.
She also doesn't want to relocate anywhere
70s.
Where you could get 70s around this time. But yeah, there's a reason for that. Okay, I am now going to go ahead and move into my second story. Marking it.
All right, I have to keep drinking because I got more drinks.
Okay. So I'm going to move into my second story of the show, and this one's called Never Again. I have not read this one yet, so it could suck. We're going to find out. It goes like this. I was 17 when she came. I'd been living with my abusive mother for 17 long, painful years. It was around midnight, and my mother was already asleep, so when 3 soft raps at the front door came, it was me who answered. An odd-looking little girl stood there, with cheeks pale and colorless blonde hair and braided pigtails, pink dress torn a little at the hem, and feet bare and turning slightly blue from the cold of winter, and black eyes.
Don't answer, black-eyed children. We learned this.
Fathomless, deep, black eyes. Okay, I just read ahead with my eyes. Sometimes my eyes just do that. They just take a quick sneak preview. This next sentence is the stupidest thing anyone could ever do in this case. I quickly let her in, thinking of how horridly underdressed she was. It wasn't until later I'd wonder why she'd not been shivering or even question as to why she was here in the first place. I got her into the living room, wrapping her little form in a thick afghan my grandmother knitted. She held it, though it didn't seem to affect her, and I smiled. What's your name, sweetie? A long silence passed, in which she stared at me. I was beginning to be discomforted by her black gaze when she parted her lips and spoke in a soft voice.
That's how they get you.
Lacey Morgan. I nodded, smiling again.
I like your soft voice.
You can stay here tonight, Lacey, I said, motioning to the couch. You're just going to jump straight into that? You're not going to ask, like, where are your parents? Where do you live? How'd you get outside? None of that?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Exactly. Story continues. She curled up in a little ball, black eyes still on me, and I exited the room. That night, I slept soundly. That night, I slept soundly, not worrying about my mother beating me or the strange little girl on my couch. So far, I'm having a really hard time suspending my disbelief for any of this.
Okay, wait. Why?
Because you just like have this little girl come in. You don't try and find their parents where they're at. Take any further care of them. You're just like, you can sleep here. Go ahead and lay down. I'm going to go to bed now. Like, that's just wouldn't fucking happen. All right.
Call the police.
No one calls the police. You don't try and do anything about it. When morning came, I trudged into the kitchen. I was greeted with a coffee mug to the shoulder. I gave a feeble shout of pain, staring at my mother.
What the fuck?
What the hell did you do? Why is there dirt on the couch? She shouted, confusing me greatly.
What a biznatch.
Upon investigating, I found that Lacey had vanished. The only proof she'd been there being some dirt that must have fallen off of her feet or her dress. I took responsibility, earning myself a strong hit to my cheek, then left for school. While there, I heard something that sent chills through my spine. Lacey Morgan was found dead last night. Who's saying this? Like, you're hearing this on the news? I'm confused. I passed the day waiting for any more news on the subject, but found none. Upon arriving home, the news was broadcasting a live report on her. Lacey Morgan, 6 years of age, was reported dead at 7 last night. Her body was located in the backyard, buried there in her pink dress. So far, there has been no sign of her mother, Marissa Morgan, who is suspected to be the killer. Marissa has reportedly abused Lacey multiple times and may be responsible for her death.
Oh, wow.
Suddenly, a picture of Lacey appeared on the screen. She appeared very close to how she had when I met her. Blonde hair and braids, pink dress, pale face. Only her cheeks had color, and her eyes were baby blue. To most, this would seem unimportant, but to me, it was. No, I think black eyes would seem pretty fucking important to most people. She died before arriving at my house, if what the newscaster said was true. Died hours before. I tried to play it off, going about my business. Sorry.
What?
What the fuck are you trying to play off? You saw a goddamn ghost, let it in, and decided not to ask any questions? I went to bed early so as not to have God damn it. I fucked that one up. That one's on me. That one's on me, y'all.
It's all on you.
I went to bed early so as not to have my mother see. It was around midnight when I woke to cool fingers stroking the bruise on my cheek.
It's her.
I sighed, leaning into the small hand.
It's the go.
Never again, Lacey whispered before her hand vanished. Not 10 minutes later, I heard my mother screaming. I rushed into her bedroom, nearly fainting at what I saw. My mom was thrashing wildly on her bed, a small creature having buried its face into her chest. I could hear the sound of flesh tearing, and my mother's screaming increased in volume. I wished I hadn't gotten up. Later on, I'd tell myself I hadn't, but I had. So when Lacey pulled back from the gaping hole in my mother's chest cavity, I had a plain view of her razor-sharp teeth glinting in the light, glinting with my mother's blood. She smiled innocently at me for a moment. I don't think there's any way to smile innocently with blood all over your face and razor-sharp teeth, but okay. Before swiftly tearing out my mother's jugular. That time, I did faint. When I came to, I was in my bed. I walked to my mom's room, morbid curiosity getting the best of me. Upon opening the door, I found the room empty, the bed made neatly as if my mom had left early for work. The only oddities were the dirty child's footprints and the open window showing that Lacey had in fact visited.
That's creepy.
I never saw my mother again, and I never missed her either. I eventually got married and we had a child together. The weed's not appropriate there. I named her Lacey. What the fuck? Recently, I noticed the neighbor's daughter has all sorts of scrapes and bruises on her arms. I started watching their home, and the other day I saw something odd. A little girl running barefoot through their backyard up to their back door. It was around midnight, so I couldn't be sure, but I thought she met eyes... God damn it. But I thought she met my eyes with her black ones, and I could swear she mouthed 2 words at me. Never again.
That's creepy.
It is creepy.
It's creepy, but it's like murdering for good. It's like a Dexter type creature.
This is the definition for me of a story that's trying too hard. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like you're missing out on details. Like, I don't think, and I'm not making light of whoever wrote this, but I don't think that person has ever had a parent abuse them, which is why the details are like, oh, I got hit in the shoulder with a coffee mug, or, you know, I earned a slap on my face or something like that. Like, that is not enough to justify having this person's heart ripped out for me. As well as the fact that, like, the actions that they take when they have a little girl show up on their door are just bizarrely not what a normal person would do, right? Literally ever. Especially
if you, to me, it's like, if you're afraid of getting beaten, right? Why would you let a stranger come into your house while your mom's sleeping? That's asking.
Why would you not wake up your mom to be like, hey, there's a little girl at the door?
For me, as someone who's been beaten by my parents, to me, it'd be like, no, you're not coming in. I don't know who you are. I'm not going to get in trouble for your ass. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how that works. Like, for my mentality, I don't want to get hit again. So why would I do something to get hit again?
Even in that mindset, I think that a lot of people, including myself, would just be like, I'm going to call the cops, you know? Or like, can I call your parents? Or something along those lines. But it was literally like, oh, they have black eyes. So I let them in, wrapped them up, asked them their name, and told them to stay with me. And then went to bed and slept and didn't worry about it at all. It just seems so bizarre.
Unrealistic.
And like, yeah, it's like one of those B, C-rated horror movies you see where as you're watching, you're like, no one would ever do that. No one would ever do that. And no one would ever do that. Cool. Fun. But yeah, it wasn't bad. I'm not trying to shit all over it. I did enjoy the fact that it was supposed to be like, little girl got murdered and then came back and was a vengeful spirit. Like a revenant, I think is what they're called when they're vengeful spirits looking for a reckoning. But either way, pretty good. Nice. Solid third story, I think, to Pastatime. So, yeah. Good stuff.
Cool.
So go over into stream chat, see what you folks had to say. It's not marking it right. All right. It's going to scroll a little bit. Ginseng Joe says, is Omega Mart in Vegas? It is. It is at Area 15. I'm Westerner says, Robin being mean to Adam is like a cornerstone of the stream. Wow. And I'm so fucking sick of it.
Chloe says, is it not love if you don't pick on each other a little?
A little. Just makes fun of my appearance and literally everything else. Your teeth aren't white. Teeth are disgusting. We had dueling dentist appointments the last time I went. And she was in the room across from me. And they came in and they took care of me and they were taking care of her. And when they were just about done with me, they're like, just so you know, you have no cavities. Your teeth are in great shape. I was like, can you do me a favor and go into room 3 and tell the lady in there exactly what you just said to me? And they did. And I was just like, yes, suck it. All right.
A lot of people saying, well, Captain Fat Guy says, nope, you can die now. That girl is the devil.
It's like, we've talked about the black-eyed children, so I feel like our audience is a little bit more educated than the most of the people that would be reading these pastimes are, but like, the girl has black eyes, man. Like, that's gotta be a bad sign.
Ginseng Joe says this character is so dumb.
Agreed.
I'm Westerner says, I'm Beef Trainer says, I'm gonna do I'm Westerner's dirty joke of the week. How did Dairy Queen get pregnant?
Burger King forgot to wrap his Whopper. That's all right. I like that
one. Glitch says, she can come in if she makes my house cold. I mean, free AC. I have sage. I have holy water. I have time. # bye, Ashley.
That's funny. Also, when they go to the school and they're just like, oh, I found out that this girl died. Well, like, you're 17. This girl's 5 years old. Who the fuck is talking about her? And like, you didn't know her name before that. So why would someone else randomly know her name and just be saying it out loud? Like, did you see it on TV? Did you read it in a fucking newspaper? Do schools have newspapers anymore? I don't know. Glitch said, Adam got that Clark Kent curl, LOL. It just pops up sometimes. And like, sometimes looks okay, and then sometimes I just think I look stupid.
Geeky Gorgeous says, so apparently there are also red-eyed children and white-eyed children.
I don't think there's any. Like the black
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
The black-eyed children thing.
Oh my god, Glitch says, is that a Blue Eyes White Dragon child? That's hilarious.
Black Eyes Children thing I'm pretty sure is admitted to be a hoax. And I mentioned that in the episode that I covered, and people still tell me like, it's the scariest episode you guys have ever had. And I'm like, I literally say it's fake so much. And they're like, yeah, but it's just so scary.
Elizabeth Tree says, this makes me think of the anime Erased. I have not seen that anime yet, but I want to.
I once did a dirty joke of the week and says, beer bottle. You break me, you get 1 year bad luck. Mirror says, you kidding me? You break me, then y'all get 7 years of bad luck. Condom said, ha 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 ha, and walked off laughing. So if a condom breaks, you can possibly get
something for life.
More years of bad luck. All right, gonna keep scrolling.
Captain Fair says, why would you name your kid this? I don't even. You can read that one. Too much reading.
IMB Trainer said to Glitch, my brain is much like yours. The overthinking and it keeping you up and such. Had a sleep study done because the sleep meds were too much on me. Even in the weakest dosages, I have to go in for another sleep study, but they found that I had not only issues falling asleep at my first study, but that I also need a CPAP because I'll stop breathing. So my second sleep study was the titration study, finding the setting I needed on a CPAP and how I would do with it. Robin has a hole in her lip, and she does that so very frequently. All right, I'll keep moving on here. Glitch says, have you tried CBD? A lot of places don't actually let you try CBD.
Yeah. Chunkster says, finally home, I can get that bottle of rosé.
Congrats, you earned it. Talk about CPAP not being that bad. Elizabeth Tree says, Yu-Gi-Oh! I think I read that right. This is covering...
Yu-Gi-Oh! 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 I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Not really. I laugh at Yu-Gi-Oh!
Ginseng Joe.
You gotta believe in the heart of the cards.
Ginseng Joe says, I wonder if you guys talked about this, but which topic was your scariest to cover? Which episode was the scariest to listen to? First thing, even if we talked about something before, I don't mind talking about it again. I don't expect people to be like, hey, they talked about this on Storytime number 113. Why the fuck don't you know it? I don't remember half the stuff we've talked about in the episodes that were like 2 episodes ago. So for me, the scariest one I think that I've covered is The Exorcist. The true story behind The Exorcist. I did the movie and all the creepy stuff that came and happened when the movie came out, which was like interesting. And then after that, the next episode I covered the true story behind The Exorcist. And that is the most haunting shit I've ever covered in my entire life. It is terrifying. It does not follow the normal like beats that all the other possession stories I've ever covered follows. And there's like all these documented instances at hospitals he went to and the hospitals that he like saw all over the country and these other places he went to try and get taken care of. And at one point, like they legitimately were thrown out of a hospital and they were told like, he's going to die and we can't have him die here. Like there's nothing we can do. We don't know what's wrong with him, but he can't die here. And it was like this greedy hospital administration bullshit. And it's just like horrible what these people went through. And then it just stopped and it hasn't relapsed. And there's follow-ups done on the person and they haven't had anything go wrong with them. It's not like other possessions where they're like, yeah, they were mentally ill. The mental illness came back and then something bad happened. It's like, it literally just went away. It's like it was successful and they don't know why. And it's so fucking scary. I'm getting goosebumps literally just talking about it.
The one that's scary is the possession you covered where he ended up killing his family afterwards.
He tried to. He attempted to murder his wife.
Yeah.
And then he killed himself.
Yeah.
Because the demon wanted to force him to do what his dad had done. And his dad had killed his mother and then killed himself in front of him.
Yeah. That one is scary.
That's episode 21. That one was crazy because the books that you can find on that particular possession end once he's been exorcised by Ed and Lorraine Warren, and then they wrote the book. And then 3 years later, he lost it, went back to the same house where everything took place at, and attempted to kill his wife. And then killed himself. So, all right. That's fun.
I'm listener says, what do you mean a hole in her lip? Like a lip piercing? I do have a piercing there, but it's closed up. What he really means is I spill a lot of stuff from my mouth.
She'll be drinking and it'll pour out of the bottom of her lip somehow. And that's what like my parents always used to say, like, do you have a hole in your lip? When that used to happen to me growing up. So that's what I say. Elizabeth Tree says, what are you eating, Robin? Watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
Smells really good in here. Usually it just smells like whatever nasty booze Robin's been drinking. But it actually smells like watermelon in here, which is nice. All right. Gonna scooch that up. And if you want to take over and do your last one, go for it.
All right. Let me finish.
Take your time. Get all those mouth noises out of the way.
This one makes me laugh because it's... Okay. Anyway. It's not actually making me laugh. It's just interesting. Cool. So, I'm going to get into the final story of the episode. And again, it's from our No Sleep. Hold on, let me pull up the...
And the fucking road noise in the background is going to make this impossible to edit into quiet background noise.
All right, so I'm going to read my final story of the episode. This one is from our No Sleep. The author is Higgs Thunder. And the title of it is, I'm a 911 operator that just had the most terrifying call.
Which is interesting, because we know a 911 operator.
And we're going to have a 911 operator on the show. Hey!
Tell us some stories and stuff.
Yeah, it's going to happen in a future episode. We don't know which episode, but it's going to happen in the future.
I'm not trying to put pressure on anyone here, because it's always really relaxed and casual. But I do think it's going to be the greatest podcast episode of all time, of all podcasts.
Shut up. It's not.
So I'm actually just really, really excited to do it.
I'm just excited because
it's going to be a really fun time.
911 operators have crazy stories, okay? So we're going to get into this one that is a Pastatime. So, creepypasta, whatever. We call this Pastatime.
We should just all change it. Tell the internet to change it to Pastatime and then send them all to us.
Okay. So, it goes. 911, what's your emergency? And if you guys watch 911, the TV show, that's how the episode always fucking starts. Yeah, hi. This is gonna sound kind of strange, but there's a man stumbling around in circles in my front yard. Could you repeat that, sir? He looks sick, or lost, or drunk, or something. I just woke up to get a glass of water and heard snow crunching around under my front window. So I peeked out. I'm looking at him now. He's about 10 yards away from my window. Something's not right. What's your address, sir? 1617 Quarry Lane in Pinella Pass. Lots of details in the story, apparently. I'm going to send a squad car your way, but that's quite a ways out. Are you alone in your house, sir? Yeah, I'm alone. Can you confirm that all your doors and windows are locked? Stay on the phone with me. She didn't say that breathy, of course. I know that my front door is definitely locked, but I'll go check my back door again real quick. I appreciate your help, by the way. I know this is kind of strange, but I really hope that... Sir, you still there? He's still in the yard, but what the fuck? He's upside down. Sir, stay on with me. What's happening?
This just sounds like a drunk guy doing a handstand in the snow.
He's staring right at me, but he's standing on his hands now. He's perfectly still, staring straight at me. He's doing a handstand, and he's smiling at me and not moving. He's doing a handstand, sir? I don't know. He's facing me and standing on his hands, and he's got this huge smile, and he's perfectly still. What the fuck? Please get someone here now. Sir, I need you to remain calm. I put out the call and an officer's on his way. His teeth are so huge. What the fuck? Please help me. Sir, I want you to try and keep an eye on him, but make sure your back door is locked again. We need to make sure all possible access points are secured. Can you talk me through and confirm that your back door is locked? Okay, I'm walking backwards now, keeping him in my sight. My hand is on the back doorknob now. It's locked. I need to check the deadbolt, so I'm going to take my eyes off of him for a split second.
Bonehead move.
Why would you take your eyes off of him? Just lock the deadbolt with your eyes on him. All right, sir. Help is on the way. Just stay on the phone with me. Everything's going to be all right. Sir? Sir, are you still there? His face. It's up against the glass. Sir, I need you to speak up. What's happening? I looked away for a split second, and now his face is pressed up against the front window. His teeth are huge, and he's smiling. There's no color in his eyes. Jesus, please help me. Why won't it just fucking move?
Lots of black-eyed people or colorless-eyed people.
Sir, I need you to go to the nearest room and lock yourself inside of it. Do you have a basement or a bedroom that you can lock yourself in?
A basement?
That's the worst idea
Do you have a coffin you can
heard.
put yourself in to just fucking skip a step?
He won't stop staring. He's gonna hurt me. Sir, I need you to listen to me. Lock yourself somewhere safe until the officer arrives at your home. Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm gonna lock myself in my room. And you're positive that you're alone in your house, correct? Yes, I'm alone in my house. Wait a moment. He's moving. He's shaking his head. He's telling me no. He can hear us. He's telling me I'm not alone. Sir? Sir, are you still there? I heard a loud noise. Is everything all right, sir? And it ends.
That's the end.
That's the end.
I think my theory here is that he was being distracted by this thing in his yard.
And what? Okay.
And let me finish. The other velociraptor came in and attacked him from the sides because they're clever girls.
No, I think it's someone, maybe people trying to break into his home, right?
With razor sharp fucking teeth standing on their hands?
There's people that wear stupid rubber masks all the time.
So you think this is just true crime?
It could just straight up be true crime. Isn't true crime terrifying in and of
I
itself?
thought when this person was standing on their hands, smiling, they're going to start rocking a piss, which would have been terrifying as well, but also very impressive.
Gross.
They do state they looked away and then all of a sudden their face was up against the glass, but they didn't state if they're right side up or they're still upside down, so I was not sure what I'm supposed to be picturing.
Right.
Because in my mind's eye, his face was up against the glass, upside down, which seems less threatening for some reason.
Imagine some... what is it called? Purge. Like imagine some people in like masks from the Purge, right? And that's what you're seeing, you know? It's a mask. It looks like someone with razor sharp teeth and they're doing stupid shit in your yard, but what's really happening is someone is breaking into a different window in your house, but you're not paying attention to that because you're paying attention to the fucking dude doing crazy shit in your front yard.
Okay, you've opened up a really big can of worms here, mainly because you're bringing up the Purge. And if the Purge is happening, I'm probably not going to be in my house, the front window that's very easily shot through or broken through.
I said Purge like mask, bitch.
Whatever. You brought up the Purge, my brain went to Purge Town. I wouldn't purge, but I'd definitely be protecting myself. Also, I would definitely protect myself. I wouldn't be like, I'm so scared I'm going to hide in my room. I'd be like, I'm going to get a knife, and if anything comes within stabby range, Mr. Stabby and me are going to go stabbing.
You call that a knife?
Oh, I like your razor sharp teeth in your mouth. I have 2 in my hands, and I will stab you with them. Just saying. I get it. It's fucking terrifying. It's a very scary concept. I think the sharp razor teeth are real, and this is supposed to be like some mockery of a human being, rather than just being some guy who's apparently a fucking acrobat, who's just standing on his... Oh my god, your burp stinks so bad. I usually just ignore them, but that one I tasted it. An acrobat just standing on... I just can't. An acrobat standing on their hands for some reason, wearing this terrifying mask while someone else breaks into the house and is completely unheard.
So what's with the shaking of the head telling him that there's someone else in the house?
Because there's another one of it in the house.
Okay, how would it get in the house?
It got in the back door.
Oh, before he locked the other back door.
And it locked the back door once it got in.
Okay.
That's what I would do. I mean, if I was a terrifying creature.
Okay.
Or a purger. I'd get in the back door and then I'd lock the bottom lock, not the top lock. It's too noisy. So they'd be like, oh, I'm fine. I'm safe in here. My back door is locked. And then my buddy on the front lawn with his sweet fucking mask would shake his head like, no, you're not. And I'd be like, what the fuck? Why'd I sneak in if you're going to tell him that?
That's a good point.
We should contact the author and see what it's supposed to be. So, I mean, I know like a lot of literature is like, what do you think it is?
Up for interpretation, like the end of every Hamilton show?
I think that's just the way. Up for interpretation is basically the way of saying, like, I couldn't figure out how to end it. So, either way, good stuff, Robin.
Thanks.
Nice 4th story.
Thank you so much to all the authors of all these stories.
Indeed. We appreciate all of you.
Yeah, we appreciate all of you.
If any of you have a story out there that you would like to have read on the show, please send it our way. We would love to read it. So.
Fictional stories, you can send it to...
Pastatime@scaryish.com. And if you have a real story that happened to you, you can send it to storytime@scaryish.com. What?
We still got to do marbles.
I know we still got to do marbles. You just decided to like continue that little like mini outro thing, so I went with it.
Bitch.
You're a bitch. All right, let's look over into stream chat, see what you folks had to say. Well, Robin is mean. Scrolling. Dante says, yo, this is my first live stream, but I've been listening forever. Thank you for joining us, Dante. We appreciate you. Liz Beatrice says, I can't eat watermelon because I have oral allergy syndrome. Most fresh fruits and veggies make my mouth burn and I break out in hives. That sucks. That sounds awful. Yeah, I think that's right about where we left off, in fact, because I see up there is when they asked what you're eating, so makes sense. I'm Jenner says, dude, watermelon sounds so good and refreshing right now.
It is refreshing.
I am Turner says, watermelon mentions is making me want a bowl of mixed cut fruits.
It's refreshing when it's cold.
Was it warm?
It was getting there because it's been sitting here for an hour and a half.
That makes sense. So have we. All right, I'm going to get marbles set up. No, I'll continue reading some of the stuff. Ginseng Joe says, like, yeah, a haunting is scary, but Yellowstone, that stuff's scary, LOL. I want you to know, said, I really enjoyed the Tunguska Blast episode. That one's really good. I like the idea of events that happened, and even though people don't know what happened, the theory that's like the most prevalent theory most people also think is like fake because it has to be, like an explosion in Tunguska that no one knows the fuck happened. Like, it's got to be a meteor that exploded over the sky or any of these other crazy explanations, but literally no one fucking knows. So, all right.
Sherry Sue says, I'm drinking water. Can you finish that sentence?
Sherry Sue says, I added 911 to my watch list. It's pretty good. 911 is good. 911 Lone Star is not as good, but it's not like the worst show ever. So, Glitch said, I had a cookie today. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, well. Scrolling.
I have a cookie too.
Glitch said, the Temple of Steve is always open. It's hilarious. Scroll some more. Someone asked, we want to be famous. The answer is no. We just want to be rich.
No, I just want to be rich.
Stop spamming that bullshit. You could always just come in, donate $1 million to us, and then fuck right off rather than post your stupid spam. Glitch,
Unless you send actual spam. I love spam.
We have a P.O. box, send spam. Right after that person posted, Glitch said, Banhammer. At least I imagine that's how they said it. Or how Glitch said it. Scrolling. Tracy said, wow, that's so weird. I agree. Elizabeth Tree says, I have a lot of severe allergies. Got to keep an EpiPen with me at all times. Good. I'm glad you're safe. IMB Tree says, to Elizabeth Tree, so if fruits and vegetables were strictly grown in a greenhouse and were not pollinated by bees, you could eat them comfortably. To which Elizabeth Tree replied, yes, it's just expensive to go that route. Nasai over there in YouTube says, clever girls. LOL. Chloe said, dude, why am I scared to go outside in the dark to walk to my car? Going home from work, just put all your keys in your knuckles.
Yeah, just put your keys in your knuckles so you can punch a bitch.
Elizabeth Tree says something that also applies to me. I still have never seen The Purge.
I've seen The Purge. I've seen The Purge TV show.
Robin's just like, the Purge master.
Ow, my fingers. I don't think The Purge is very good.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
I don't think The Purge is very good if you want some gore porn for no fucking reason.
There you go. Bob says something that's interesting because I thought this guy sounds like a weeping angel since he looked away and he looked back. Bob said, dude on the lawn was an angel trying to warn him. So not the weeping angel, but the angel idea that he was like, the guy ramming your car was trying to warn you about the murder in your backseat. Nefcore says, maybe this man is just crazy. We don't actually go that route that often in these things, and that's a really good question. It could all have been in his head. Ginseng Joe says, screw knives, man. I'm getting my hashtag HR associate to scare him off.
Wow.
911 Girl says, I'm on a 10-minute break. Just want to say hi. Hello, 911 Girl. We just read a creepypasta from a 911 operator.
Yep.
Who's clearly not a 911 operator like you are, because you're awesome.
Because you're awesome.
Messiah says, Mr. Stabbing, going to stabbing. Haha. I say funny things sometimes.
Beatrice says, I'm a chemistry major, absolutely love organic and biochem. If I go into grad school, I'm going to be studying that specific combo, which could lead to a medical degree. Nice. Laura Ann says, my internet sucks right now. Internet sucks everywhere right now, I think. I almost noticed that spam is just minced up and formed pig snouts. That's why it's covered in snot when you take it out of the can. I
don't think that's true.
Either way, it tastes fucking good.
The snot thing, I'm pretty sure it is the discarded refuse. Very similar to how hot dog insides are basically the same thing, along with sheets of bologna.
I love bologna, too.
Can I send in horror repo stories? Fuck yeah, I would love to get those.
Oh, yeah.
Like the time I found a car with a body in the trunk.
Out!
How have you not sent this to us yet?
No. You got to send it to us. That sounds horrific.
And amazing to read. That's content right there. That is content.
All right. Adam's going to start up Marbles. If you folks are new to the stream, Marbles is a little game we play at the end of all our all our story streams and stuff. Not necessarily our game streams at the end of the week, but our main Pastatime Storytime streams, we play Marbles with all our Twitch viewers because it doesn't work with YouTube. If it did, everyone would be able to join.
You can all watch.
But you can all watch.
If you want to join, you have to go to Twitch.
But if you want to join in the race, head on over to twitch.tv/Scaryish Podcast. It is absolutely free to join these races. It's just an opportunity for you to win a Scaryish sticker, which I package myself and send to you. So it's kind of cool. You get a little Twitch merch podcast merch for free that way. Yeah, a little free thing we like to do to chill out at the end of these episodes because sometimes shit gets real.
Sometimes shit does get real. But right now, if you would like to vote on the track we are going to race, type in !vote, then a space, and the number that goes to the track you would like to race. I don't know what number I'm going to pick, so I'm just going to follow someone else's lead and pick whatever. Oh, wait, no. I don't want to hear my own voice. This is the worst part of editing. Is
Listening
having to hear your own voice. It's fucking awful every time. All right. Ooh, I like this one. And Beef Trainer has the right idea. Booyah. Right now, it's a tie for the lead between Slippery Slopes and at least one other track. So we'll let it keep scrolling, as Fred Durst would say.
Who's Fred Durst?
I think he's the guy from Limp Bizkit who sang that song Rollin'.
Isn't it Dunst?
What did I say?
Durst? No, maybe it is
No,
Durst.
Dunst is Kirsten Dunst. Fred Durst is lead singer from Limp Bizkit. Now one girl says, okay, bye, everyone.
Bye. Have a good shift.
Thank you for stopping by.
You know what would be really annoying? Getting a Limp Triscuit.
Because Limp Bizkit wasn't fun enough?
Because biscuits can be limp. Triscuits need to be crunchy to be good.
Biscuits should not be limp. They should have a hollow. You should have a hard bottom, a hard bottom. You should be able to knock on the bottom of it and hear like that hollow, like knock, knock, knock. And they shouldn't be limp.
Are you talking about cookies now?
Talking about biscuits. You clearly have never made a good biscuit.
A biscuit's like in at least in the UK is a cookie.
Oh, so you're from the UK now, Robin?
No, I'm just saying the way you describe it makes it sound like a cookie.
I'm talking about a biscuit fresh out of the oven that you're about to dip into some fucking Cajun gravy. All right, Slippery Slopes in the lead. It has 6 now. Pretty comfortable saying that's going to win. Takes 3 minutes and 50 seconds on average to complete this track. 2 minutes and 51 seconds is the world record time. We have not raced this one, so let's go ahead and get in there. And whoever wins is going to be the record holder for the Scaryish folks, which is always very exciting to do. To get your marble on stream, type in exclamation point vote.
Play. Exclamation point play.
I'm just so enthusiastic for the democratic process that I forgot that you're supposed to type play instead of vote. All right.
Get your shit together.
Get your shit together.
My shit is together.
Gonna give a 70-second countdown. Let everyone just sort of trickle in for the next minute and 5 seconds.
What is the definition of guzzle?
Drink. I think it's like drink really fast. Pretty sure.
Are you just saying that because cum guzzling means that?
No, I'm saying it because I think the word guzzle means that. God. All right, we're at 16 marbles. The Cursed Wolf has joined up. If you have not yet, but would like to, type in exclamation point play. If you are on...
Eat or drink something greedily.
If you are on... So, looks like I was right. If you are on YouTube or Facebook, you will have to switch to twitch.tv/Scaryish Podcast.
Totally free to make a Twitch account. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you actually get Prime Gaming for free. And with your Prime Gaming subscription, you actually can subscribe to any channel on Twitch once every 30 days of your choice for free. It's included with your subscription. It's cool. You get a lot of freebies with Prime Gaming too, and it's all included in your Amazon subscription. Highly recommend it if you want to do that. There's actually a little link somewhere on our website that you can click, probably down at the bottom, to link your accounts.
Indeed. Or you can Google it. Also, on What's the Dinner said, to rapidly drink. Ginseng Joe says, I've heard people call their cars gas guzzlers, so it probably means to consume/drink rapidly. We all agreed on
Mad
this.
World says, I love the back and forth banter between Robin and Adam. I'm glad you like it. Someone asked to. We're a fucking mess.
My joke first. Right now, Kind of Thorny and Sherry Sue are battling it out for the lead.
I like those cookies. They're really good.
This is a very long track. Oh, wow. It's like a ski slalom that's gonna shoot fucking rocks at us. Pretty excited.
Wait,
this looks
what?
like fun.
A ski what?
Slalom? Have you never heard the word slalom before?
I've heard of Slocum.
Are you fucking kidding me? You've never...
Slocum Joe's Fallout.
Why don't you just go ahead and Google slalom and educate yourself for a minute.
I got my phone right here.
Kind of Thorny is in the lead. It's either Kind of Thorny or Kindat Horny. I'm not sure. Pretty sure it's
Kind of Thorny.
Based off the capitalization, I think it's Kind of Thorny, but you can never be too sure. Right now, Chunkster actually has jumped in the lead. Tiny Dancer Nation is trying to overtake that.
Slalom.
There are some very pointy cones.
A ski race down a winding course marked by flags or poles.
Oh my god, like those flags that were up there and that ski slalom.
Is that a thing during
the Olympics?
Yeah.
Sure fucking is. You got a zigzag between each pole. You go to the left of if you go to the left of the first one, you have to go to the right of the next one. And you go vice versa all the way to the end.
What does it mean when an A has umlauts over it? Is it slaw or slalom?
I don't know. I've always heard it pronounced slalom, though.
Okay.
If you're trying to tell me that it's supposed to be ski slalom, and I'm going to quit this fucking show.
I just don't know what the umlauts mean over an A when it's in the trying to.
All I know is that's my favorite Hanson song.
Umlauts?
Umlauts. Doo-da-da-da. Sorry. I don't want to get copyright struck from that famous Hanson beat, umlauts. All right, Chunkster. There's so many folks that are like right there for first place. Ginseng Joe, Chunkster, I Am Beef Trainer, Laura Ann, Kinda Thorny, Lisbeth Tree, Tiny Dance Nation, Glitch, and Kayla Ray Reeds are all really close with Ginseng Joe.
I think it's funny that other people were also like, what the fuck is a slalom?
How have you not heard of the fucking word slalom? However, I will say that the way this track is designed now, you jump off of the top and you roll up further there, but that means you're no longer in first place. And then when you come back down, you are in first place. But if someone skips ahead of you, who was previously in like 5th, 6th, 10th place, all of a sudden they're in the lead. And I think that's very interesting.
Let's see. Lisbeth Tree says, do you remember that slalom game?
Ski something where there was a Yeti who could eat you.
Yeah, they said
chase you and
you
scare
had
the
to
fuck out
avoid
of you.
the Yeti.
Fuck yeah, I totally remember that game.
Glitch says, I guess someone watched X Games.
Kinda Thorny just took the lead again. I've never watched an X Games.
I'm Beef Trainer says,
I've watched a lot of Winter Olympics though. Glitch is in the lead out of nowhere.
I'm Beef Trainer says, I hated that slalom game. Lisbeth Tree says they loved it.
I hated getting killed by the Yeti because it was terrifying. This map is fucking sweet. I really like this map.
Oh, Mad World says, you two are so precious. Thank you.
Thank you.
I Was a Trainer says, you couldn't avoid the Yeti.
You could just avoid the Yeti for long enough.
Killa Cupcake says, this is stressful. Congrats, Glitch, on yet another race win.
Kinda Thorny.
No, Kinda Thorny, no!
No! All that training.
That was bullshit.
I Am Beef Trainer missed it as well. Lisbeth Tree takes silver. Kayla Ray takes the bronze. Everyone else is taking a pretty swift trip to hell. Actually, some of you are actually making
like,
it.
wow, Glitch kicked my butt. And that says, OMG, no! Always.
Chunkster missed. Here comes the last one. Cursed Wolf. Will they make it? They do indeed. Let's see those results. All right, Glitch takes first, goes up to 6 points in the season. Lisbeth Tree takes second, goes up to 5. Kayla Ray is up to 3. Nefcore is up to 8. Ginseng is up to 8.
Kayla Ray Reed says, third place, baby.
Sherry Sue up to 3. I am up to 12. Suck it, y'all. Second place in the overall standings is I'm What's Dinner, excuse me. Chunkster has 10. I Am Beef Trainer has 9. Robin is now up to 9. Tiny Dance Nation has 6, which is Spanish for 6. Ooh, another. It's been a long minute. Indeed, it has.
Sherry Sue says, yeah, I didn't die. Whoop, whoop.
Let's get voting, y'all. Exclamation point vote, then a space, and the number that goes to the track you want to race. I enjoyed that one. I like doing tracks that we haven't raced before, and in that spirit, here is the list of local tracks that we have raced. If there's not an average time, it means we haven't raced it.
Strap on.
All right.
I have a bogey. I can tell there's a bogey in there because it hurts.
I'll make sure to zoom in on it. I'll edit this on YouTube after the fact. Robotic roadway, huh?
Can you do that? Zoom in on stuff?
Yeah.
Really?
Zoom in on that bogue. You're gross.
It really hurts in there, man. Do you guys ever have like those bogues that are just real dry?
Bogies are
your
boogers,
nose?
by the way, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, and they're just really dry up there, and they turn sharp. They dry out and turn into little knives in your nose. That's what I feel like I have right now.
And then you just want to get the knives out.
I love that movie, actually.
It's a good movie. It's a very good movie.
Glitch says there's bats in that cave. There are bats in that cave, man. They should call me Batman because there's bats in that cave. Ginseng Joe says those are the crystal cave boogers.
Gross.
It's true though, man. They're like sharp little knives that just jab at you. Monsters. Almost Dinner says we need to have a stream where we all just do every track on marbles. That would be so long. It would be nuts.
Very long. Also, hang on, I gotta load this thing up on Twitter. Yep, so this was 6:47, so this was like an hour ago.
What is it?
Shout out to my dude Huskers. He's my favorite Call of Duty streamer. He's one of my favorite streamers. He just won, along with Aiden, who's one of his biggest rivals, and Rated, who I'm sure none of you know. the $300,000 World Series of Warzone Championship. And I'm pretty sure that first place took home, I think it's $60,000 or $50,000.
So you won $50,000?
I think he has to split that 3 ways. Either way, that's a ton of fucking money. And congratulations, that is awesome.
Ginseng says, I'm glad someone enjoys my Crystal Cave joke. Yo, it's real. Especially waking up in the morning. Oh my God, those are the worst. Because the air out here is so dry.
It really is.
It's a nightmare. So I'm constantly sneezing.
We get nightmare bugs out here, man. It's bad.
I'm always sneezing in the morning because my nostrils just dry right up.
You know Robin's awake. I'll wake up usually first, and then I'll go into the office, except for Mondays and Wednesdays when she has class. And I'll come into the office, and I'll know she's awake because I hear 6 to 40 sneezes in a row. And I say bless you after every one of them because I'm romantic like that. All right, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Robotic Raceway. Let's see how many votes it got in total. Yeah, it's got 8. That's going to be the one. So on average, for normal folks, it takes 2 minutes and 30 seconds to complete this race. The world record is 1:10. For us, we do it a little bit faster in 2:22. Cat Beatrix currently holds the Scaryish record at 1:46. Let's go take that from her.
What? Rude.
Why?
Let her be. Let it be. Let it be.
Exclamation point play to get your marble on stream.
Did you just do like a... Yeah.
He was murdered.
Oh, what is that guy's name? Ace Ventura.
Only this. Oh. The movie's so fucking funny. I'm watching her says, I'll say bless you twice after that. Get your shit together, man. Yeah, that's my rule for most people. But for Robin, I just keep saying it. Mainly because she had a habit previously of never saying it to me.
I miss one of my close friends, Rothman, working with him because if I sneezed, I would get a text message from across the office that just said, bless you. Because
she sneezes so
I
fucking
sneeze
loud.
so loud.
If you're next to her, your ears will literally ring. It's so loud. All right, we got 17 marbles this time. I think we had 16 last time. Might have also been 17. Either way.
Did I put my balls in?
40 more seconds. Robin's balls are definitely in here. So, Elizabeth Tree says, I only ever say Gesundheit. She spelled it oddly. It's a German word, Gesundheit. And I'm pretty sure it means literally bless you. All right.
Anyone else? Exclamation point play. It's a free race to win a Scaryish sticker.
And B-Train says, I'm committing track 40 to memory. It may be stressful to watch, but that was an awesome track. I'm definitely going to vote for it next week, too. I enjoyed it.
Lizzie says, I don't know German.
Just lay Google it. Lay Google.
Oh, last second entry, DBD Law.
Dead by Daylight Law?
Dead by Day Law.
That's what I know DBD has. Either way, welcome. Good luck. All right. It looks like...
Every time I see, like, law, I think of Video Game High School.
Oh, yeah. The law. It looks like Kindat Horny is in the lead right now.
Kinda. I almost said kinda horny. It's kinda thorny. Damn it, babe.
Kindat Horny is way worse. Because if you break that down, kin meaning family, dat meaning that. So it'd be like family that's horny. That would be the worst fucking name ever. Kinda Thorny is currently in the lead. There's not like a second track that we could deviate and see if there's like anyone else that might be running on a different spot. No one went straight down.
Oh, well. Lame.
Unfortunately. All right. It looks like you and I are duking it out for the lead at this very moment.
It's going to be me. It's going to bang me.
I don't know what the fuck happened in there. It was like an anti-gravity well. I'm taking the left course. It looks like everyone else is going right. Tiny Dance Nation went to hell. I hate these stupid fucking squares because if you hit them, you stop. You just completely stop.
He was going to say something shitty when he hit it, but he didn't say, or he didn't hit it, therefore he skipped over how much he hates them.
I totally finished my sentence, and you're 100% full of shit right now.
You would have focused on it if you had hit one.
I would have said just like that. That's it.
Just like that.
I really don't like the invisible, bouncy fucking barriers. It's weird. All right, I'm still in the lead. Suck it, everyone. I'm really blowing this track record out of the fucking water right now.
Kayla Reed says, I just want some points, bro.
Please get past the fucking fan blade. Oh, thank God.
Shit! What
the fuck? You're here to ruin my day. You're going to drink my chocolate milk. There's Cat Beatrix's record-setting pace.
Milk?
It's from There Will Be Blood. Holy shit.
What's
Watch
There Will Be Blood?
It's a movie about oil. Kayla Ray Reeds has just fallen off. Nefcore is going to win.
Whoop, whoop.
And Robin beats me too! Fuck this game!
Yeah!
I come in third. I'm What's for Dinner fell off. Everyone has fallen off except for 4 more people. IMB Trainer, DBD Law, Lore, and 588, and Kinda Horny. Kinda Thorny, excuse me.
Let's see. I'm Monster Dinner says, I've been taking German on Domingo. Is it Domingo or Duolingo? And all I know how to say is, I am a man and you are a woman, which I guess is important.
It's pretty binary.
Right? There was one thing. I always make my sister tell me what eraser is in German. It's Kugelschreiber. That is eraser.
It's not more efficient. Kinda Thorny is taking so goddamn long with that fan blade. Holy shit. The blue wave of death approaches. So do the end of my patience.
You know what eraser is in Japanese?
Okay. No.
Keishigomu.
It's still not efficient, which is shocking because German and Japanese are typically, if anything, efficient. All right. Congratulations, Nefcore, on taking home the victory. You have 15 points in the season. Robin moves up to 13. I move up to 15 as well, so I'm tied with Nefcore. IMB Trainer moves into the double-digit club at 10. And then I'm What's Your Dinner stays the same, as well as everyone else below that. What did Nefcore have to say? Look at this. I win. Type in exclamation point merch. Click on that link. Go to Robin's Kawaii Corner and pick out a Scaryish sticker. Then message us and just say...
So Glitch and Nefcore, please email us. Let us know your mailing address and which sticker from the Etsy shop you would like. If you want to go to the Etsy shop and buy some Scaryish merch or, anime merch, because I have a bunch of it, please type in exclamation point merch. It'll take you to our websites.
Indeed.
Websites, right?
Website.
It's a website that has websites on there.
Correct. It's a page that links you to our stores. So, either way, whatever's happening, I think has been a pretty fun time.
Glitch says you don't know my address, Robin. I know your address.
I mean, it's definitely buried within many of our messages.
All I have to do is control F or
it's
something.
Just nice when y'all will bump it for us, because sometimes it's really hard to dig through some of those messages. It's kind of a pain in the big old butt. Either way, I think we're going to go ahead and get into that wonderful, sweet, sultry outro that's not going to be sultry at all. But like Robin said, thank you so much to all of the folks who wrote those. Anyone who would like to reach out to us, please do so. And if you have a story that happened to you and is nonfiction, go ahead and send those to Storytime. Robin, for folks who would like to donate to us, how can they do so?
You can go to patreon.com/Scaryish Podcast. Those are monthly donations. Tiers start at $1. At $1, you get ad-free. Everyone loves ad-free. And if you want to, there's some physical merch tiers on there as well. If you're not into the monthly donations, you can do single donations at ko-fi.com/Scaryish Podcast. All your donations go to helping us upgrade our studio setup, kind of keep us going, keep us motivated, help us make new merch. All the donations really get reinvested into the show, and
almost 100% reinvested into the show, in fact. So it's been very helpful to have all the support. Having financial donations is always amazing and super helpful. What are you gonna interrupt me for? The high five from 19 minutes ago that you have to interrupt because you don't want to just read that extra detail?
Sorry.
Jesus Christ, Robin.
High five.
Okay, again? What a horrible high five.
Okay. Hold on.
Gonna roll up her fucking sleeves and really miss it this time. Cracking her knuckles and everything.
Wait, no.
Yep. You should probably wait. No. That was terrible. I have a bear paw. How are you missing it? Hang on.
That was like a good sound then. Ow!
Jeez Louise. We double redeemed the 20-minute-old high five that we already redeemed. All right, gonna mark it. But sincerely, thank you to everyone who supports us by listening, sharing the show, rating and reviewing, as long as they're 5 stars, and donating as well. It's amazing that anyone even cares to do those things, and it still blows us away every time it happens. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. But that is the end of Pastatime number 10. So Robin, why don't you go ahead and sign us out?
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye.